We had seen, 1 minute. We were studying about, yes, consumption function that we had studied already. Then we had studied also investment function. Yes, we have finished investment function. Then we had in investment function we had seen autonomous investment, and one more is the uh, induced investment. So in autonomous investment, we have seen that though income of the country is increasing, so in the same manner, your investment pattern should not increase, because this is the investment made in some of the welfare of the activities, welfare activities, or for some of the societal activities where we can do the investment. That's why though your income is increasing or decreasing, it doesn't affect on your investment. So once you have decided to do the investment, at that time you will do irrespective of your income. So here income and your investment is inelastic. It is not changing as per the income of the country. That is the autonomous investment. Then we had seen the industry investment, in which on the basis of your income, I can increase or decrease my investment. If my income increases, I will make more investment. If my income decreases, at that time, I will also reduce my investment. So, for example, salary increase in the salary, and increase in your investment pattern. For example, investment into shares, investment into some of the equities, where you will get more and more detail. So in case of induced investment, on the basis of gross national product of the country, investment will increase or decrease. Changes in the gross national product, there will be the sudden change in the investment pattern of the people. Where investments and gross national product are going in the similar way that we had studied in the induced investment. Then we had studied about the determinants of the investment pattern, and after that we had studied the interest rate and the investment. So what is the relationship between interest rate and investment? Whenever bank interest rate increases, at that time it will be less affordable to me. So we will whenever rates of interest of the banks, when RBI increases their rates, when banks increases their rates, at that time we did less investment, because this investment should, because the cost of capital of that investment should be higher. At that time we will reduce some investment. At that time what we will do, we will think to postpone the investment. We will wait certain time, till the time the interest rate will decrease. Getting this? So there is inverse relationship between interest rates and investment. If interest rate increases, at that time investment decreases. If interest rate decreases, at that time investment will increase, because due to the reduction in the interest rate, consumer will apply for the loans, because cost of capital will be less, so that you will enjoy the return on investment. If the cost of capital is increasing, that time what will happen, the return on investment will also less, because major part of your income will go to pay the interest. So residual amount of profit will be less. That's why people will not motivate in to do the investment during this higher interest rate. So at that time, what will happen? They will wait for certain period of time, till that the interest rate will decrease. That also we had studied in the last lecture. Now to this lecture, we will go to the marginal efficiency of the capital. हम लोगों ने consumption function देखा, हम लोगों ने investment function देखा. Now we have to study about the capital function. That is the marginal efficiency of the capital. Means what? Efficiency means what? It is the productivity of your capital. By making the investment, by investing the some capital, how this capital is efficient. Efficiency means what? If the capital is giving me good rate of return on this capital invested, that time it is called as efficient capital. Getting this? So if the capital is utilized with 100% capacity, and from this raised capital, if you're getting huge amount of return, That time it will be called as a efficient capital. For example, I have taken the loan from Bank of Maharashtra at 8%, and the same amount I have invested into share market by purchasing the shares of Reliance Industry. So on these shares, Reliance Industry is giving me 20% rate of return in the form of dividend. So in this case, my cost of capital is 8%, which I have to pay to the Bank of Maharashtra. And on this same investment, I am enjoying return of 20%. This 20% is called the return on investment. If cost of capital is less than, try to remember, try to listen once again. The cost of capital is less than return on investment. My cost of capital is 8%. And my return on investment is 20%. If the cost of capital is more than, sorry, if the cost of capital is less than return on investment, at that time there is the high efficiency in the capital. अगर ये उल्टा होता है, for example, if I take the loan from the Bank of Maharashtra at 10%, getting this, and I will once again invest same amount into, for example, some poor listed companies, where the company is giving me return on this investment at 5%. At that time, there is the poor efficiency of the capital, because cost of capital is more than your return on investment. Where to pay 10% interest rate, I have to add my own money. क्योंकि मुझे 8-10% से इंटरेस्ट रेट देना है, और मुझे कमाया कितना महीना, मैंने सिर्फ 5%, तो बाकी वाला 3% मुझे मेरे पॉकेट से डालना पड़ेगा. That time this is called as a low efficient capital. So the marginal efficiency concept was first introduced by J.M. Keynes in 1936 as an important determinant of autonomous investment. We have seen the autonomous investment where, due to change in income, your investment pattern is not going to change because both are inelastic. So this concept of marginal efficiency of capital, as a manufacturer, you should know. As a businessman or as an entrepreneur, you should know that whether your capital is efficient or not. In case of efficient capital, business can grow. In case of inefficient capital, business should not go, where business can suffer some of the problems, due to which your capital is not efficient. It may happen the recession, or it may be having some of the other internal problems of your where you will be not generating your expected returns. So this concept of marginal efficiency of capital was introduced by J.M. Keynes in 1936 as an important determinant of autonomous investment. Whenever we are doing the investment, so this investment is not related to my income. मेरा इनकम कितना है उसके हिसाब से मेरा ऑटोनोमस इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है, बिकॉज दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट इज फॉर बेटरमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी, वेलफेयर ऑफ सोसाइटी, and this does not depend on your income. So marginal efficiency of capital is expected probability from additional capital assets. पर कुछ एडिशनल कैपिटल एसेट इन्वॉल्व किया, कुछ नया मशीनरी ब्रॉट अप किया, नया मशीनरी लाया, नया प्लांट परचेस किया, नए इन्वेस्टमेंट परचेस किए, तो उससे मुझे कितना फायदा हो रहा है, तो मेरा कैपिटल कितने से बढ़ रहा है, और वो कैपिटल का एफिशिएंसी से, उतना कैपिटल बढ़ने से, उतना एडिशन ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट होने से मेरा प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कितने से बढ़ रहा है, whether my profitability level is increasing or stable or decreasing. Getting this? So that is nothing but your marginal efficiency of your capital. So by addition of capital in your business, whether your profitability is increasing or decreasing, that is nothing but your marginal efficiency of capital. It may be defined as the rate of return on investment or cost expected from the additional unit of capital asset. So by making the addition in your capital, if the rate of return goes high over the cost expected, then that is called as the marginal efficiency. So it is also called as the rate of discount, which makes the discounted present value of expected income stream equal to cost of capital. Means what here? To find out the marginal efficiency of capital, you will be comparing cash inflow and cash outflow. Cash outflow means what? How much amount we are paying to acquire that asset. To purchase this machinery, how much amount I am paying, that is my cash outflow, because cash is going out. And by acquiring this asset, what amount of benefit I will enjoy in terms of money. This I will count. That is nothing but cash inflow. Okay. So in this marginal efficiency of capital, you have a scope to compare your cash inflow and cash outflow. The value of, if the present value of cash outflow is more than, sorry, if present value of cash inflow, present value of cash inflow is more than your cash outflow, that time this investment is good. The present value of cash inflow is less than, if it is less than your total cash outflow, that time this will be poor investment, where you will not enjoy the expected rate of return. Means what? Your capital will be not efficient enough to generate good amount of returns. Getting this? So this is about the marginal efficiency of capital, and this marginal efficiency of capital depends upon two parameters or two factors. First is the prospective yield from the capital asset. Prospective yield, yield यानी return, कितना capital asset से मिल रहा है, मिलेगा, that also depends. Then second is the supply price of capital asset. Supply price means what? It is the cost of capital at which I have purchased this. So if I took a loan from Bank of Maharashtra at 10%, at that time, this is the supply price of this Bank of Maharashtra loan is 10%. So supply price is nothing but cost of capital, and marginal efficiency of capital depends upon yield on the assets and supply price. कितना rate से लिया है. So there are three factors which are taken into consideration while making any investment decision. कोई भी हम लोग investment करते हैं तो तीन चीजें हम लोग ध्यान में. पहले what is its cost of capital, कितना return मुझे देना है, what is the cost to the company. So first thing is the what is the cost of capital. Second, अगर इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट किया तो इतने इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के बाद मुझे कितना रिटर्न मिलने वाला है, दैट इज नथिंग बट एक्सपेक्टेड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न थ्रू दिस मशीनरी, थ्रू दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट, up to the life of that machinery, up to the life of that asset. तो जो हर एक कोई एसेट को कुछ लाइफ टाइम होता है, कुछ पीरियड होता है. टिल द लाइफ टाइम ends, how much amount of benefit I will enjoy from this machinery. This is the second factor. And market rate of interest, or actual rate of interest market में क्या चाहिए. So these are the three parameters. So cost of capital may be more than market rate of interest or less than market rate of interest. So whenever you will be doing the investment, at that time, as an investor, as a manufacturer, as an entrepreneur, you will look towards these three parameters. पहले मुझे कितना कॉस्ट है, रिटर्न्स कितना मिल रहा है, और एक्चुअल मार्केट में कौन सा रेट चल रहा है. By doing these three things, by analyzing these three things, I will do the investment. And efficiency of my capital, capital depends upon these three parameters. Okay. Now, there are some of the short-run factors and long-run factors which affect on the marginal efficiency of a capital. तो इस कैपिटल का efficiency के ऊपर कुछ short-run factor भी affect करते हैं और long-run factor भी affect करते हैं. So let us study first short-run factors which affects on the marginal efficiency of capital. So under short-run factors means what? These factors will not continue for more than 1 year. एक साल तक ही जिसका अफेक्ट होता है उसको बोलते हैं शॉर्ट रन फैक्टर्स, और जो फैक्टर्स का अफेक्ट सालों साल तक रहता है उसको बोलते हैं लॉन्ग रन फैक्टर. तो which are the factors which affect on the marginal efficiency? Okay. So under short run factors, first is the demand for the product. Okay. See, If market for the particular good is expected to grow and its costs are likely to fall, the return on investment will also increase. Means what? If you demand for the product is going to increasing, and during this same time, if cost is going to decrease and demand is going to increase, at that time automatically you will enjoy the greater return or good amount of return on this investment. If there is a demand in the market, automatically what will happen? The rate of investment is same, cost of investment is same. So due to having higher demand into the market, you will enjoy more amount of profit and it will give me good amount of return. In case if there is no demand into the product, at that time cost of capital is same. Try to understand. क्योंकि मैंने जो बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र से लोन लिया है उसके ऊपर मुझे किसी भी हालत में 10% इंटरेस्ट देना है. अगर डिमांड नहीं रह गया तो क्या हो जाएगा? मुझे उसी भी टाइम पे 10% इंटरेस्ट किसी भी हालत में देना है. If demand decreases, at that time cost of this capital which is invested it increases. Try to understand. मुझे किसी भी हालत में बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र को 10% से रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट से पैसा वापस देना है. अगर मेरे प्रोडक्ट को डिमांड नहीं रहेगा तभी भी मुझे देना है. अगर ज्यादा डिमांड रह गया तो माय कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इज नॉट गोइंग टू गेटिंग दिस. तो मुझे 8% से तो देना है. If demand decreases, at that time liability on the company increases. कंपनी का liability बढ़ेगा, कंपनी को cost बढ़ेगी. That's why what will happen? At that time we will reduce our investment. Means what? How we will decline our investment? By reduction in the inventory, by reduction in the labor, by reduction in the direct expenses. हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We will reduce our investments which we are making in the raw material, then your salaries, then your labors, and then your some of the direct expenses. We will decline this. Okay. So in case of higher demand, you will increase your investment, and in case of lower demand, you will reduce your investment. So this is the factor, demand factor, which affect on your capital. With respect to your demand, you will adjust your capital. अगर demand बढ़ गया तो capital भी हम लोग extra raise करेंगे और investment करेंगे. अगर demand मेरे company में product का कम होती है due to recession, due to pandemic or any other reason, due to entry of competitors, I will again reduce my investment, reduce my capital. So this is the first factor, and it will be not steady for 5 years. This demand factor will may show the variations up to certain months. उधर तक ही और उसी पीरियड तक मुझे मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ कैपिटल एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. Second parameter is the liquid assets. Liquid asset means what? The difference between your current assets and current liabilities. Or this is the liquid asset means what? This is day-to-day capital. आपके liquid assets कितने हैं? Liquid asset means what? Conversion of that asset into cash within immediate basis. Immediate basis पे कैश का कन्वर्शन हम लोग एसेट का कन्वर्शन हम लोग कैश में करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल गोल्ड इज लिक्विड एसेट. अगर मुझे अभी लगता है कि मुझे पैसा चाहिए तो व्हाट आई विल डू? आई विल गो and I will convert this gold into the liquid asset in the cash. मैं क्या करूंगा? ज्वेलरी के दुकान में जाके वो मेरा गोल्ड उनको दे दूंगा और पैसा उठा के लेके आऊंगा. That is called as a liquid asset. But inventories are not your liquid asset. Then machineries are not your liquid asset. It doesn't convert in the cash within fraction of second or within 1 month or within 2 days. Not possible. रॉ मटेरियल जो होता है उसके ऊपर हम लोग प्रोसेस करेंगे, प्रोसेस करके उसको फिनिश गुड्स जनरेट करेंगे. फिनिश गुड जनरेट होके वो मेरे फैक्ट्री में गोडाउन में पड़ा रहेगा. उसके बाद जहां पे जब कभी मार्केट में डिमांड रहेगी, दैट टाइम I will sell this product into the market. At that time again, if I have good amount of customer, then I will sell this on cash basis. अगर नहीं तो मुझे क्रेडिट बेसिस पे देना है. क्रेडिट बेसिस पे दिया यानी कस्टमर को माल उधारी पे दिया, उसने कमिटमेंट दिया है 2 महीने के बाद पेमेंट देना. इसका मतलब रॉ मटेरियल का पेमेंट में कन्वर्शन करने के लिए इट टेक्स 3 months or 6 months. So that time this इन्वेंट्री इज नॉट कॉल्ड एज योर लिक्विड एसेट्स। लिक्विड एसेट्स यानी आज मेरा बैंक बैलेंस कितना है, आज अभी मेरे पॉकेट में कितना पैसा है, और आज मेरे पास कितने एसेट्स है, जब चाहे मैं उसको कैश में कन्वर्ट करूं, जैसे कि गोल्ड, जैसे कि मेरे शेयर्स, दीज आर द लिक्विड। कैपिटल का एफिशिएंसी लिक्विड एसेट के ऊपर ही डिपेंड होता है। सो इफ एंटरप्रेन्योर आर होल्डिंग if entrepreneurs are holding large amount of volume of working capital, at that time marginal efficiency will be high. अगर कैपिटल अगर अच्छे तरीके से if you are maintaining proper working capital is the difference between your current assets and current liabilities. तो मेरा लाइबिलिटी कितना है और उतना अगर मैं करंट एसेट भी मेंटेन करता हूँ to pay the liability, at that time efficiency of capital is high. If you face the problem of solving the working capital, at that time capital efficiency will be low. So liquid asset is the one of the parameter which affect on the efficiency of capital. Then sudden change in the income. So marginal efficiency of capital is also influenced by the sudden changes in the income of entrepreneurs. अगर income change हो गया तो what we will do? We will add into the capital. So again, if the income is increasing accordingly, what will happen? I will make the investment into fixed asset. I will make the investment into the current assets. जब इनकम कमी, अगर मेरे बिजनेस का इनकम कम होता है, at that time what will happen? I will reduce my investment as well. अगर रिसेशन चल रहा है, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा कुछ डिक्रीज हो रहा है, सेल डिक्रीज हो रहा है, तो at that time what will happen? I will not buy the raw material. Means what? I will contract my investment. I will not hire the laborers. I will not make the direct expenses on salaries. Getting this? जब कभी इनकम बढ़ता है तभी जाके हम लोग कैपिटल ज्यादा रेज करते हैं, तभी जाके हम लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं. कैपिटल, why capital is required? To do the investment, to make the investment, capital is required. तो कैपिटल जब इनकम बढ़ता है तभी जाके हम लोग क्या करते हैं, टू जनरेट मोर एंड मोर इनकम आई विल मेक द इन्वेस्टमेंट. अगर मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट, अगर मेरा सेल कम होता है, इसका मतलब मैं क्या करता हूँ, मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट भी मैं क्या करता हूँ, कम करता हूँ. दैट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन द इनकम. So due to changes in the income of the organization of the entrepreneurs, you can increase or decrease your capital. Okay, next is the current rate of investment. The current rate of investment in the particular industry affect on the efficiency of the capital. If the rate of interest is higher, at that time you will borrow less capital. And second thing is that how much return on investment you are getting. कितना मिल रहा है investment. If much investment has already taken place, the rate of investment is currently going on. At that time, industry is also very large, and then marginal efficiency of capital will be less. अगर वो पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर में ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रही है तो क्या हो जाएगा, मुझे रिटर्न्स कम हो जाएंगे, बिकॉज लार्ज नंबर ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटर्स विल बी देयर, so that I will not enjoy much amount of profit. Getting this? So if I don't enjoy a much amount of profit, because my sale will not increase by that same way, उतने अमाउंट से, क्योंकि क्या है, जितना भी टोटल मार्केट एरिया है, वो टोटल मार्केट एरिया में नंबर ऑफ प्लेयर्स आर देयर. ज्यादा अगर सेलर्स रहेंगे तो मेरा कंट्रीब्यूशन कम रहेगा, मेरा सेल उतना होगा नहीं. तो अगर उतना सेल नहीं हुआ, उतना प्रॉफिट भी मैं जनरेट नहीं कर पाऊंगा. At that time your capital will be less, or efficiency of your capital will be less. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट के ऊपर हम लोग कितना रिटर्न्स जनरेट करते हैं, that also affect on your capital efficiency. Next is the wave of optimism and pessimism. If the business are optimistic यानी हम लोग बहुत अच्छा ही सोच रहे हैं, we are just expecting good amount of future for our business. At that time efficiency of capital will increase. अगर हम लोग अच्छा खासा सोचते हैं बिजनेस के बारे में, अगर मुझे फ्यूचर का कुछ इंडिकेशन अच्छे ही दिखते हैं, if I'm more optimistic about my business, at that time I will invest more amount of capital in my business to generate the return. If I'm pessimistic, means what, if I'm uncertain about my business, अगर मुझे एक आइडिया ही नहीं है कि फ्यूचर में मेरे बिजनेस का क्या हो जाएगा, एट दैट टाइम आई विल रिड्यूस माई इन्वेस्टमेंट. I will not borrow capital from the bank because I'm not sure about my future progress of my organization. That time I will reduce my investment where capital efficiency will be less. So these are the short run factors under capital efficiency. First we have studied the demand for the product का demand ऊपर नीचे होने से capital ऊपर नीचे होगा. Amount of liquid assets, how many you have maintained, it also affect on your capital efficiency. Then income increase decrease होने से capital भी change होता है. Then current rate of investment, हम लोग कितना रेट से कमा रहे हैं, कितना मुझे रिटर्न्स मिल रहा है, that also there. And last one is the way of optimism and pessimism. So these are the factors affect on the capital efficiency in short run. Then which are the long run parameters? Yes. So long run, what are the long run parameters? So first one is the growth of population. तो population का growth बढ़ गया तो requirement भी product की बढ़ेगी. Demand for the product is increasing due to the increase in the growth of population. Because to satisfy the basic needs, whatever is the population of the country increases in the same proportion, the demand for the product और demand for the commodities यानी जो required products होते हैं, requirement होते हैं लोगों की, उसका भी demand बढ़ता है. Okay, so due to increase in the growth of population, if the population is increasing day by day or steadily, so at that time again you have to make the huge investment of capital. Because to if the demand of the population is increasing, demand of commodities is increasing day by day, then you have to supply the commodities with that rate. To supply more amount of commodities, you have to make the investment, you have to raise the capital to do the investment, you have to purchase the machinery, you have to purchase the raw material, you have to hire the laborers, you have to make the direct expenses, so that with respect to growth rate of your capital, growth rate of your population, demand will increase, and automatically what will happen, your capital efficiency will increase. Means utility of capital will also increase. The rising growth of population will increase the marginal efficiency of capital, and slowing down in the growth of population decreases your discourage the investment, and it will reduce the efficiency of capital. Capital का efficiency कम होता है. तब population में decrease हुआ, तब capital में भी decrease होगी. capital में अगर population बढ़ता जाएगा तभी क्या हो जाएगा, capital भी बढ़ता जाएगा. Second one is the technological progresses. So due to advanced technologies, due to the innovations in the existing technology, it also increases the new addition in the capital. So if the technological development takes place in the industry, नया कुछ production, नया कुछ innovation, नया technology जब हम लोग adopt करेंगे, उसके हिसाब से क्या हो जाएगा, there will be the requirement of capital. The technological development takes place in the industry. The prospectus of increase in the net yield brighten up. इसके हिसाब से जब नया टेक्नोलॉजी आ गया तो नया बिजनेस इंप्रूव होगा. बिजनेस इंप्रूव होके क्या हो जाएगा, मुझे I will generate more amount of returns, I will generate the profit. Let us take an example. What is the impact of technology on other industries, on the capital structure or on the capital? The development of automobile industry in the 20th century has greatly stimulated rubber industry, steel industry and oil industry. एक इंडस्ट्री पे अगर टेक्नोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट होता है, इनोवेशंस आते हैं ऑन द विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस, डिमांड फॉर अदर इंडस्ट्री कैन आल्सो इंक्रीज. क्योंकि अगर ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री जब बढ़ेगी तब टायर लगेगा, स्टील लगेगा, ऑयल लगेगा. So demand for other products will increase, and accordingly capital investment into other industry will also increase. Getting this? Because automobile industry use this as a inputs. रबर इंडस्ट्री चाहिए, टायर चाहिए, प्लास्टिक चाहिए, तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या हो जाएगा, वहां का कैपिटल ऐड होगा, वहां का कैपिटल बढ़ेगा, वहां की इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ेगी. Steel is also required for automobile industries. Then oil is also required for automobile industries. Getting this? So if there is the increase in, if there is the progress in the technological advancement or innovations, कोई innovations होते हैं, inventions होते हैं, टेक्नोलॉजिकली हम लोग अडॉप्ट करते हैं, at that time there is the increase in the capital efficiency. So capital of respective industry can also increases. So this technological progresses increases day by day. Every time you will be finding new technology, every time you will be finding new model. Let us take an example of automobile industry. हर 6 महीने में एक कंपनी नई गाड़ी लॉन्च करती है, एंड दिस नया प्रोडक्ट में नया टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्ट किया है, सेंसर्स है, उसके बाद with the help of this new technology we are supplying better quality product and luxurious product. Let us take an example of mobile health. पुराना नया मॉडल, हर कोई नया जब मॉडल आता है तो उसमें अच्छे खासे फीचर्स होते हैं, तो ये फीचर्स देने के लिए, ये टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्ट करने के लिए आई नीड कैपिटल. So that is the amount of capital. So if you are having technology oriented, and if your technology is going on increasing day by day, at that time amount of capital will also increases, the amount of investment will also increase. So inventions and technological improvements encourages investment in various sectors, will increase the marginal efficiency of your capital. So these are the factors: technological progresses, then monetary and fiscal policies of the government. The cheap money policies and liberal tax policy pave the way to greater profit margin. So MAC, that is the marginal efficiency of capital. If government policies are very favorable to the industries, and government economic policies and liberal tax policies are also liberal, at that time you will try to increase more amount of return. आपका profit बढ़ेगा, because whatever profit you will be enjoying, this will not go to pay your liabilities, to pay your expenses. Getting this? At that time, due to enjoying more amount of profit, again I will reutilize this profit into my business in the form of some of the investment. ज्यादा प्रॉफिट कमाया हुआ तो वही प्रॉफिट हम लोग क्या करेंगे, प्रॉफिट विल गिव मोटिवेशन टू अस टू मेक वंस अगेन इन्वेस्ट, नया इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ जाए. कब? अगर गवर्नमेंट के टैक्स पॉलिसीज आर नॉट फेवरेबल, not liberal tax policies and economic policies are not favorable to industries, at that time people will not do the investment, people investment नहीं करेंगे. तो ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट होने के लिए गवर्नमेंट के टैक्स पॉलिसीज एंड इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज एंड फिस्कल पॉलिसीज फेवरेबल होना चाहिए, तभी जाके क्या हो जाएगा, कैपिटल का एफिशिएंसी हो जाएगा, तभी जाके कैपिटल का यूटिलाइजेशन होगा. इफ द कैपिटल इज आइडल विद द बैंक्स, तो क्या हो जाएगा, कंपनी के ऊपर यानी कंट्री के ऊपर स्ट्रेस आ जाएगी. Try to understand, because if the capital is idle in the banks, means what, bank is not generating the returns. Getting this? Agar bank is not generating the returns, and if the capital is idle, that time rate of interest will decreases. Take an example, पिछले कुछ साल में बैंक का हाउसिंग लोन का इंटरेस्ट रेट था फॉर एग्जांपल 8%, 9%, अभी वो रेट 6.7% आया है. क्यों? Because capital is not utilized. No one is taking the risk of taking the housing loan. घर लेने का कोई नहीं चाह रहा. अगर if there is the less demand to the capital, automatically rate of interest falls. So to protect this, if the capital is not utilized in the economy, that time it will increases your liability. बैंक का liability बनता है, इसलिए capital के rate of. So what economy suggests, so capital, whatever is the capital, whatever is the amount, whatever is the investment is there, it should be utilized in the economy. If there is no circulation of money from investor, lenders to borrowers and borrowers to lenders, at that time it will not boost your economy. तो पैसे का मूवमेंट होना चाहिए, कैपिटल का मूवमेंट होना चाहिए, पैसे का सर्कुलेशन होना चाहिए. अगर पैसे का सर्कुलेशन स्टॉप होता है, इसका मतलब कंट्री कैन फेस द फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस. तभी कंट्री को फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस फेस करना पड़ेगा। इसलिए टू प्रोटेक्ट और टू मोटिवेट टू इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट टू बिजनेसमैन आई शुड हैव टू मेक सम सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एंड लिबरल टैक्स पॉलिसीज। तो ये लिबरल टैक्स क्रेडिट होने से इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी में हम लोगों ने क्या किया, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कम कर दिया। Now people are motivating to purchase loans. People are motivating to purchase the houses where large amount of investment, where large amount of capital will be invested. तो पैसे का utilization हो जाए. So monetary and fiscal policies of the country can also affect on the capital accessibility of capital or the utilization of capital. Then political environment or the political stability and smooth administration process of your country, then maintenance of law and order helps to increase the marginal efficiency of the capital. If your political environment of your country is the stable, if the administrative policy of your country is stable, that time capital will be utilized with the higher efficiency. And last one is the resource availability. So cheap and abundant supply of natural resources, efficient labor and stock of capital will increase the marginal efficiency of capital. So these are the 5 parameters which affect on the efficiency of capital. So first parameter we have seen the capital growth. Sorry, there is the population growth. Population बढ़ेगा, capital का utilization भी बढ़ेगा. अगर population कम रहेगा, capital का utilization कम होगा. टेक्नोलॉजिकल प्रोग्रेसेस से कैपिटल का यूटिलाइजेशन ज्यादा होता है. अगर टेक्नोलॉजी इनोवेशन हम लोग नहीं लाते हैं बिजनेस में तो कैपिटल का यूटिलाइजेशन कम. मॉनेटरी एंड फिस्कल पॉलिसीज अगर अच्छे रहेंगे, फेवरेबल रहेंगे, तभी जाके कैपिटल का यूटिलाइजेशन होगा. अगर नहीं रहेंगे तो कैपिटल खाली पड़ जाएगा क्या कंट्री में. पॉलिटिकल एनवायरनमेंट अगर अच्छा रहेगा तो क्या हो जाएगा, पीपल विल गो फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट. अगर पॉलिटिकल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पॉलिसी अगर ठीक नहीं रहेंगे तो पीपल विल नॉट गो फॉर द इन्वेस्टमेंट. एंड लास्ट इज द रिसोर्स अवेलेबिलिटी. कितने अमाउंट से आपके पास अवेलेबिलिटी रिसोर्स है, रिसोर्सेस अवेलेबल है, दैट कैन आल्सो हेल्प अस टू इंक्रीज द कैपिटल. ओके, are you clear with this, all this capital efficiency?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now next is the your business cycle. Business cycle means what? Fluctuations in the or ups and downs in the business. कभी कभी मेरा बिजनेस बहुत तेजी से चलता है, कभी कभी मेरा बिजनेस उतना तेजी से नहीं चलेगा. Getting this? So business cycles are a type of fluctuations. These are the fluctuations found in aggregate economic activity of nature. पूरे कंट्री का इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी जो होते हैं उसमें जब अप्स एंड डाउन्स आते हैं, दैट इज समथिंग अबाउट बिजनेस साइकिल. तो इन सर्टेन केसेस व्हाट हैपन, कभी कभी आईटी इंडस्ट्री बहुत बूम होती है, कभी कभी आईटी इंडस्ट्री स्लो होती है, कभी कभी ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री बूम होती है, कभी कभी ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री स्लो होती है. गेटिंग इट? कभी कभी लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री. सो एवरी काइंड ऑफ इंडस्ट्री कैन फेस द बिजनेस साइकिल. कभी ग्रोथ होगा, कभी डिक्लाइन होगी, कभी एक्सपेंशन रहेगा, कभी कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रहेगा. So business cycle means what? There are ups and downs, improvement or decline in the business activity. That is nothing but business cycles. And these business cycles affect on the economic activity of the nation, economic condition of the nation. तो उसके हिसाब से पूरे नेशन का इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन भी अफेक्ट करेगा. So alteration in the phases of expansion and contraction in aggregate economic activity, average economic activity के ऊपर किसका इफेक्ट होता है? एक्सपेंशन का, बिजनेस एक्सपेंशन का या बिजनेस कॉन्ट्रैक्शन का इफेक्ट होता है. एंड co-movement among the economic variables in the phase of the business cycle. Co-movement यानी with respect to this expansion and contraction, automatically the resources will be expanded as well as the resources will be reduced. Getting this? So business cycles are the comprised of concerted cyclical upswings and downswings in the broad measures of economic output, economic activity like output, employment, income, and sales. If business is growing At that time, automatically the output will increase, employment will generated, and income of the people will increase, and accordingly sale will be increased. If business is in booming condition, if business is suffering some kind of recession and all these things, at that time automatically sale will decrease, demand will decrease, employment rate will decrease, income of the people will also decreases. Due to which entire economy is showing some effect, some effects. So business cycle means what? There are various stages in the business. The stages may be ups or downs, due to which entire economy will also get some of the fluctuations. Recession starts at the peak of the business cycle when expansion ends. जहाँ पे expansion end होता है वहाँ पे recession start. And the end of and at the end of throw of a business cycle when next expansion begins. कहाँ पे वो stop होती है? So see here, business cycle stages. Recession कब आता है and recovery stage कब होती है? Expansion stage कब होती है? So look at the first diagram of recession. Where just look towards. Recession आता है, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? When recession comes, at that time my sale will decrease. Means what? There will be the no demand to my product. So decrease in sale, automatically I have to decrease my production level. अगर मार्केट में डिमांड नहीं रहेगा, सेल नहीं रहेगा मेरे प्रोडक्ट का, तो मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? मेरा प्रोडक्शन स्टॉप करना चाहिए. So I have to stop my production activity. So decrease in sale leads to the decrease in your production. जो प्रोडक्शन कम होता, अगर प्रोडक्शन नहीं करना है, इसका मतलब there is no requirement of laborers, there is no requirement of manager, there is no requirement of production manager, sales manager या research and development manager. ये सारा employment automatically नीचे आता है. So sell whenever there is the decline stage, when recession comes, at that time my sale will decreases. If sale is going to decrease, at that time I have to decrease my production level. If I wanted to decrease the production level, at that time whoever are my employers, I have to terminate, or I have to ask him not to come to the job. So due to decrease in production, my employment will also decrease. अगर employment decrease होता है, automatically income of the individual will fall. अगर लोगों का income कम होता है तो क्या हो जाएगा? I will not buy product. अगर मेरा income ही नहीं रहा तो मैं I will not purchase the product. I will postpone. So this is the recession cycle. तो अगर इनकम नहीं जनरेट होगा तो सेल नहीं जनरेट होगा, सेल नहीं होगा तो प्रोडक्शन स्टॉप होगा, प्रोडक्शन स्टॉप होगा तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट स्टॉप होगा, एम्प्लॉयमेंट स्टॉप होगा तो इनकम भी स्टॉप होगा. So this is called as a recession cycle. Okay. Now, if there is the recession in the industry, so this recession will also reflect into the impact. This recession will also reflect in the economy of country. वही एक recession, बिजनेस का रिसेशन इकोनॉमी के ऊपर काम करे. अगर सेल डिक्रीज होता है, इसका मतलब बैंक से कैपिटल भी जरूरी नहीं है, कैपिटल रेज करने का भी जरूरी नहीं. अगेन बैंक के पास कैपिटल पड़ा रहे. अगर कैपिटल खाली रहेगा, आइडल रहेगा, तो क्या होता है? कम बैंक का भी लायबिलिटी बच जाएगा, बिकॉज बैंक ने जो पैसा लेंड किया है, डिपॉजिट किया है, वो पैसा फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट नहीं है. किसी ने दिया हुआ पैसा है, किसी ने डिपॉजिट किया हुआ पैसा है, उसके ऊपर बैंक को भी क्या करना है? इंटरेस्ट रेट देनी है. इसलिए बैंक के इंटरेस्ट रेट भी कम होता है. दिस इज द स्टेज ऑफ रिसेशन. अभी रिकवरी स्टेज में क्या होता है? अप स्टेज में क्या होता है? देखिए, इन दिस केस इनकम ऑफ द पर्सन इंक्रीजेस. इनकम जब बढ़ता है तो क्या हो जाएगा? ऑटोमेटिकली सेल जनरेट. इफ देयर इज द सेल, if there is the sale is the in the market, if there is the demand into the market, at that time to satisfy the sale level, I have to increase my production level. Getting this? So अगर मुझे प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाना है तो मुझे लोगों को हायर करना पड़ेगा, एम्प्लॉयर को हायर करना पड़ेगा, रॉ मटेरियल लेना पड़ेगा, मैनेजर्स को हायर करना पड़ेगा. So automatically due to increase in the production, employment will also increase. अगर एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ गया, रोजगार बढ़ गया, तो मेरा इनकम बढ़ेगा. अगर इनकम बढ़ेगा तो सेल बढ़ेगा, सेल बढ़ेगा तो प्रोडक्शन बढ़ेगा, प्रोडक्शन बढ़ेगा तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ेगा, एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ेगा तो इनकम बढ़ेगा. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ रिकवरी स्टेज. सो अगर लोगों का इनकम बढ़ता है, ऑटोमेटिकली इकोनॉमी विल इंक्रीज, इकोनॉमी विल बूस्ट अप. Getting this? So country's net national income and gross national income. So these are the two types of business cycle. Again, so ये business cycle जब आती है, at that time you have two types of stages, that is recession stage and recovery stage. Just go through this slide and try to understand. Then we will discuss. Yes, see the diagram where towards left hand side corner I have written the expansion ends when recession start. जहां पे expansion stop होता है वहां से recession start होता है. Expansion is the one of the business cycle. Expansion is the opportunity to the businessman to expand the businesses, because demand is there, supply is there, and accordingly you have opportunity to generate the income. That is the expansion stage. But during this expansion stage, you will be at a certain position where there will be the your demand for the product will be stable. उससे ज़्यादा आपका product का demand नहीं बढ़ेगा. So this is the stage, this is the peak level above which your demand is not going to increase. Okay. When we start the manufacturing more, at that time what will happen? The purchasing power of people will decreases up to the one peak level, and after that recession will start. रिसेशन स्टेज ये है कि रिसेशन स्टेज किसको बोलते हैं कि लोगों के पास पैसे ही नहीं है, लोगों के पास पैसे ही नहीं है, लोगों का इनकम नहीं है टू बाय द प्रोडक्ट. लोगों को जरूरी है लेकिन दे कांट अफोर्ड टू परचेज द प्रोडक्ट. एट दैट टाइम दिस रिसेशन स्टेज starts. Recession stage means what? After certain level, demand of your product will decrease. After certain level, demand of your product will decrease, and that is called as a recession. Recession is the position where there is no demand to your product into the market, so you have to adjust your production. इसलिए आपको प्रोडक्शन मैनेज करना पड़ेगा, लेबर्स मैनेज करने पड़ेंगे. So this is about the recession. So this is the recession phase. This will continue for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. तो जब तक लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं है, लोगों के पास पैसे का सर्कुलेशन नहीं होता है, तब तक क्या हो जाएगा? मेरे प्रोडक्ट को डिमांड नहीं है. ओके. जब तक रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं रहेगी तब तक मेरा प्रोडक्ट कंपनी में मार्केट में नहीं बेचा जाएगा. That is something about recession. Recession means what? This is the condition where you are manufacturing your product but you are not getting opportunity to sell into the market. And if this is the condition of entire industry, if this is the condition of entire industry, at that time it is called as a recession. सारे पूरा इकोनॉमी, पूरे इंडस्ट्री ऐसी तरीके का प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज एवरी इंडस्ट्री डिपेंड्स अपॉन अदर इंडस्ट्री. राइट टू अंडरस्टैंड. एक का बिजनेस दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड रहता है. अगर मेरा बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम आ गया तो मेरा जो सब ऑर्डिनेट रहेगा उसके भी बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा. गेटिंग दिस? तो दिस में हैपन. तो अगर ये जो साइकिल होती है उसको बोलते हैं रिसेशन. ये जो साइकिल कब तक होती है? जब तक ये साइकिल कब तक होती है? जब तक अदर प्रोडक्ट्स का, अगर कोई इंडस्ट्री का जब तक अप्स नहीं स्टार्ट होता है तब तक ये रिसेशन कैरी होता है. When, for example, I am supplying I am supplying, for example, one product to my subordinate. मेरा सप्लाई को मेरे कस्टमर को जब ऑर्डर देगा तभी जाके मुझे डिमांड मिलेगा, मुझे मेरा प्रोडक्ट सेल हो जाए, बिकॉज माय बिजनेस डिपेंड्स अपॉन माय कस्टमर. If customer is facing the problems, automatically what will happen? My sale is going to decrease. तो मेरा सेल डिक्रीज होगा तो मेरा बिजनेस भी किसी और के ऊपर डिपेंड है, किसी और का बिजनेस भी मेरे ऊपर डिपेंड है. मेरा सप्लायर, अगर मैंने माल नहीं परचेस किया, अगर मेरा सेल नहीं हुआ तो मैं इन्वेंट्री परचेस नहीं करूंगा. अगर मैंने इन्वेंट्री रॉ मटेरियल नहीं परचेस किया तो मेरा सप्लायर का भी सेल कम हो जाएगा, बिकॉज एवरीवन्स बिजनेस डिपेंड्स अपॉन अदर बिजनेसेस. तो अगर किसी स्टेज तक ये रिसेशन चालू हो जाएगा, यानी एक का बिजनेस दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड है, दूसरे का बिजनेस तीसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड है, तीसरे का बिजनेस नेक्स्ट के ऊपर डिपेंड रहेगा. यहाँ एक जगह पे प्रॉब्लम हो गया तो बाकी इंडस्ट्री में भी अप्स एंड डाउन्स आ जाए, and that is called as a recession. Recession is nothing but people are not getting opportunity to sell the product into the market. Why? Because buying purchasing power is not there. Okay, and after that, when recession ends at certain level, then recovery stage will start. Recovery यानी धीरे धीरे हम लोग अपॉर्चुनिटी स्टार्ट करेंगे. We will get the opportunity to sell into the product. So let us take an example. During the pandemic, जब लॉकडाउन था तब क्या सिचुएशन था और अभी क्या हो रहा है. जब लॉकडाउन उठाया तब क्या हो गया, धीरे धीरे हमारा रिकवरी स्टेज चालू हो. रिकवरी मीन्स व्हाट? वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द एक्सपेंशन एक्टिविटी. हम लोग हमारा प्रोडक्शन लेवल बढ़ा रहे, हमारा इन्वेंट्री लेवल बढ़ा रहे, हम लोग कैपिटल भी रेज कर. ड्यूरिंग द सिचुएशन ऑफ 1920 साल में, 2020 साल में और 2021 साल में, there were so many discounts available, promotion policies. 20 lakh में 1 BHK, 15 lakhs में 1 BHK. Why? Because people were not getting opportunity to sell this product and people don't have money as well. Getting this? So due to this recession period, due to this obstacles into the economy, what will happen? My entire business will also suffer the loss. At that time, people will sell the product at less margin. वो क्या करते हैं? कम मार्जिन में बेचना. जब लॉकडाउन उठ गया, लॉकडाउन खत्म हो गया, जब हम लोगों ने बूमिंग स्टार्ट कर दिया, दैट इज नथिंग बट रिकवरी. तो मेरा जीरो प्रोडक्शन से लेके अभी हम लोग 500 बनाते हैं, 500 बनाते हैं, 1000 बनाएंगे, एंड वॉट एवर आर योर प्रीवियस ऑब्जेक्टिव, एक्सपेंशन ऑब्जेक्टिव, we will go up to this. That is something about recession. So recession and recovery, these are called as a business phases or business cycles. Okay, students, let us stop over here and to the next lecture, hope we will finish our entire syllabus. We will finish 5th unit. Okay, so do you have any doubt regarding to today's lecture? We have seen the efficiency of the capital, factors affecting on the marginal efficiency of the capital. Then we have studied about the long run factors and short term factors and business cycles. Do you have any doubt with respect to this?
No, sir.
Yes. So today, let's end our session, and tomorrow we will finish entire syllabus. We will finish 5th unit if possible. Hope.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.